That's insane to think that you could have spent the rest of your life in jail because of a documentary you published.
So, the Attorney General, when I went to the last court appearance, which was for the appeal, Section 17, they wrote that I'm live committing contempt. Now, obviously, everyone knows I released a film. And at the time, when I went to court, the judge said, if you remove the film, I'll release your sentence. I said, no, I'm not removing the film. I can't. Yet here they are telling me I'm going to face an indefinite prison sentence for the same film.
It's insane to think that you could have spent the rest of your life in jail because of a documentary you published.
I face up to a 10-year prison sentence for that, for turning the camera around. So there's the mainstream, as in the globalist corporate media, which are controlled, and then there's us, which are uncontrolled. I put together my clips of what I said during the riots. No trouble, no violence, take the masks off, control your towns and cities. Attacking police officers is not the right thing to do. So it's the total opposite to what the media were portraying, but they don't care, that didn't matter. The Daily Mail celebrating the fact that the most iconic picture of the riots last summer was not actual Rudy Cabana. It was not anything on fire. It was me on my sunbed.
Which is totally insane. And I'm going to come to all the hit pieces that were done on you from when you was in jail to get your reaction. And this, I suppose, this is now your right to reply. But this today, 7.5 months ago, you hand yourself in. So when you went through those doors knowing you're not going to come back out for another God knows how long, in your mind it could be indefinite, but you could die in there. But what was your reception like? How was you welcomed into that prison system?
Well, I had myself in at Felixstowe, didn't I? And do you know what? I knew that if the staff upset in any way the Muslim Brothers, then they just put a hit on that member of staff. Since my activism started in 2009, there's not been one single point I haven't faced prosecution. Not one. People who have concern for Great Britain have been made to feel like they're isolated, like they're a fringe voice. We're the mainstream. There's a war going on in our country as they continue to flood our nation. It's all of our freedoms that are at risk here. I don't know an only white community because I'm from Luton Town. So most people I love are not white. You don't get benefits from more than 2 kids. Nigel's now scrapping that. My local imam's got 14 children with 3 wives and we pay for every one of them. Labour have been in bed with these gangs. They're part of it. The UK is not a place of safety for me. We're going after Labour. That's how I'm punching back against these fuckers. So on the 27th of July, I then made the decision, here's the film. I haven't felt, for those 3 years, you saw me, from the time they gave me that injunction, I didn't feel free. The minute he gave me it. But I didn't because I was scared, because I was worried, because I was fearful of all the consequences of solitary confinement, of prison. Remember, they have control of YouTube, Facebook, all of Meta, every social media apart from X. Then the next week, they contact my solicitors that they're prosecuting me for contempt of court. So on the 27th of July, I then made the decision, here's the film. Yeah, you're not taking me to court and telling the whole country I lied. I never lied. So I released the film myself. And the minute I saw Merseyside police mention the English Defence League after the first night of the Southport riots, they mentioned the English Defence League. Now, I know there's no English Defence League. There hasn't been for a decade. So as soon as I saw them mention English Defence League, I knew they're going to frame me for this. They're going to blame us for this. So as I saw the riots kicking off, they mentioned the English Defence League. Keir Starmer then goes on every single TV platform he can, mentioning far right, organised riots, saying people were coming in from different areas. Then within literally 2 days of that, the Daily Mail got me on the front page of the newspaper, running a headline of me, framing me for those riots. Now, prior to Elon Musk buying X, the only narrative anyone would have had is what the media were telling them. Because I was silenced, wasn't I? I was censored. I had no opportunity to defend myself. But thanks to Elon Musk buying X, 8 million people had seen my video.